This is not
the XFL!
Hey everybody, this sneak preview of This Is Not the XFL Show is brought to you by Pretty Easy Podcasts. If you've ever thought about doing a podcast but did not want to do all the technical stuff, you have a great idea, you have a passion, you want to do a show, you maybe don't have the time, you need someone to help you, go to prettyeasypodcast.com and get started today. Of course, the full episode of this show is on Patreon. Give to our Patreon on any tier of your choice and get all sorts of extra XFL content and, of course, a whole lot of football talk, all the football talk you can handle. Check it out. Kyler Murray wasn't all that and a bag of potato chips at Texas A&M, Vince. He went to Oklahoma, and that's where he flourished. Jalen Hurts has shown flashes, and he's athletic enough. Why can't he?
I just don't see it. I think that Oklahoma is going to take a step back here. I really do. They're going to have have a tough game against Texas, which is quarterbacked by Sam Ehlinger, who I think is going to have a very good season.
Yeah.
Baylor's going to be better this year. Iowa State's going to be a tough team. Their schedule's still probably soft enough that they're going to win a fair amount of ball games, but I just don't see it that their defense is still terrible.
Doesn't matter about the defense, it's about the offensive numbers.
You got to win games.
That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about go ahead.
The Heisman.
You do have to win game. I'm sorry. So for example, Ian Book out of Notre Dame, if Notre Dame finishes with one loss, he will most likely be and makes the playoff. He will most likely be invited, I think.
No.
Yes, he will.
Not even a top 10 quarterback and definitely won't have the statistics to back that up.
I 100% agree with you.
Oh, goodness.
But a quarterback on a one-loss or undefeated Notre Dame team is still something that people are going to be very interested in.
Well, there are so many quarterbacks that we're going into this season, I feel they've been around for 20 years in college football. I mean, there are so many. I mean, Jalen Hurts is one of them, and you bring up Ian Book as a newer type name. He comes onto the scene last year, finally winning the job. But you've got Shea Patterson still out there.
Yeah,
you've got Justin Herbert still out there.
I really like Herbert. I mean, if you're going to bet on somebody and you're trying to get some good plus money, at 25-1, Herbert
can't do it.
Yeah, but what? Brian, back me up here. If a Pac-12 team, can go on a roll, which I think Oregon can, I think you can get enough exposure there to be a Heisman Trophy winner. It wasn't done all that long ago by what's his name? Mariota.
Yeah. So I love the Pac-12. Personally, I have a lot of personal ties to the Pac-12. It's going to take a lot for you to get noticed. A lot.
Thanks for listening to this preview of This Is Not the XFL Show. To get the full episode, please join our Patreon. You'll get this show each and every single week, plus all of our other bonus content. We have all the football you can handle right there on our Patreon page. This Is Not the XFL Show is a production of Pretty Easy Podcasts. Go to prettyeasypodcast.com to get your own podcast started today.